other one would usually, you know, come home the night before and then drive with us.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
There's kind of a big age gap between the two boys and her, so they're like,
The live stream is on.
semi-fathers to her.
Okay,
So
yeah.
they'd like to go watch it and,
I'm
you
putting
know,
up
root
the
for her
audio,
and all.
hold on. Just like everybody knows, now we're being recorded too.
Carefully.
Thank you all for coming out this evening. I was getting worried there. They were calling
I
that.
was on my way.
I used to do program lead events, a couple of attorneys.
It was the 20th and then it just got introduced.
Yeah.
That's what happened, so I had to reschedule it because they had to introduce it before we could
Yes.
recommend it.
Slave driver has a meeting on Thanksgiving Eve.
Well, it wasn't that, I was
No,
asked to get it done, I
I'm
was
just
asked to get
teasing.
it done.
I'm just
And I'm leaving on vacation, I'm not returning till December 15th. So it's my yearly
Wasn't
vacation.
the council president that drove us whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me open the meeting. It's officially 6 o'clock. Adequate notice of the time of this meeting was given under the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act and was posted and sent to the official designated newspapers in compliance with the law. Mr. Bixby?
Here.
Mr. Calderon? Chairman Quezano?
Here.
Councilman Ramos?
Here.
And Ms. Mills present. I'm laughing. Switch nameplates because I always read them going down. No, it's Calderon and Ramos have to switch.
Oh.
I'm laughing because it just throws me off. I'm always reading with.
Maybe I want to be Pete Calderon for a day.
A little.
Be like a little vacation.
Exactly.
It'd be a nice vacation.
I was messing with you.
He's
Weren't seeing-
retired,
wasn't
has to
paying
work.
attention,
I
right?
wasn't.
So I just had those short, very brief minutes that we talked about the sign on November 5th. I think we were all present. Glenn, you weren't here.
I
You weren't
wasn't.
here either, so it was just Pete, Mike, and I were there for the, what was that, the radiant heat flooring.
Yeah, he wanted a lot of stuff.
Well, that's what the minutes were about, the highlights. So motion to approve.
I'll move.
Second.
I'll second.
Mike. Pete. Mike.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, Jonathan David was a subdivision at 229 next to the offshore. He took too long to apply for his curb cut with mayor and council. So we didn't get the maps signed. So the maps are signed now, but we have to extend it 90 days for them to file, and that's what this is. So the extension would be till January 18th of 26, if everybody's okay. A motion to approve their extension?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Bixby?
Yes.
Mr. Calderon?
Yes.
Councilman Ramos?
Yes.
Ms. Mills, yes, and Chairman Quezano?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're on to the review and comment of the ordinance. Greg might like to run through it for us.
So basically ordinance 2025-35, really a cleanup ordinance more than anything of real substance. Well, let's not say real substance, nothing earth shattering, let's just say. At the request of the construction official, just changed slightly the definition of two-family dwelling. Second floor habitable area, they indicated, they added that the habitable half story shall be no more than 85% of the floor below. That's already in the zoning chart requirements, so that's
Was it
not.
always 85%? I thought it was less than that.
No, it's 85. Well, so this is second floor habitable area.
Oh, second floor.
So not the half story, I think I probably just misspoke. So the half story is 1/3 or 500 square foot max. So this was enacted after Sandy, and so this isn't really a change. When a non-habitable floor was considered no longer a floor, so essentially you can have a non-habitable floor, then another 2 stories. Houses got a little bit taller in order to kind of encourage some differentiation between the first and second story. That's why that was introduced. So that's not really a change. So something about in order to assure that everybody does follow the flood regulations and doesn't make any mistakes, survey marker, and then finally there's some clarification on installing or the criteria for a garage. criteria for a garage, private, has always been for the storage of no more than 3 motor vehicles, and that's all it said. So previously and of course, it's somewhat limited by the lot size, so certainly it's building coverage, so if your lot's not big enough. But on a dwelling on River Avenue, I had a fellow come in, wanted to build like a 40 by 60 garage. And I was like, all right, that's a lot more than 3 cars, or what else is going on in there? And he didn't want to say, he didn't get his garage. But, so this kind of clarifies and further limits the garage, so you don't have enterprises going on back in there. I think he was, based on his email address, he was gonna run a repair shop in there, so.
Hey, Ray, can I interrupt just a second? So back to this marker on the house, I mean, I'm a little unclear, so you're supposed to have this, like a tag on your house? I mean.
No, so that is during construction.
Ah, okay.
So only during construction.
Well, it doesn't say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little, I mean, I'm supposed to put this thing on
Should
my
that be
house.
one of our
I mean,
recommendations?
Spray paint the
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
So we can certainly say during construction.
Okay,
Should I note
that
that
makes a
change
little more sense.
when I make the review and comments?
Yeah.
Oh, at least that's my take on it. So I would not think it requires that you have a marker inside your non-habitable floor. Now, maybe I'm mistaken, but that's what I took it as.
Could it be though, you remember that one time somebody installed the utilities or hot water tank inside and it was too low?
Mm-hmm.
You think
Sure.
maybe they would want in and then have a little space for the utilities that they know that it's high enough when they're installed?
It's supposed to be inside the house, see, I mean, that's how you, I don't know
It's
where
in-
this is
in the
supposed to go, what it's
interior?
supposed to look like, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I
what
hope
it-
it's not on the exterior.
Well, that's, I mean, it doesn't say anything like
Our
that.
flood level here,
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was envisioning it in the interior, like
Yeah.
garage level, somewhere.
now because I didn't read that far into it,
Yeah, it seems like permanent resident.
119, let me just,
Conspicuous.
conspicuous, yeah.
It sounds permanent.
It does actually, now that I'm reading it a little bit harder.
as long as it's on the interior.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning for that?
Well, so
I can understand during construction, because everything below that has to be,
I think it's to provide, and so when you get a CAFR permit too for single-family dwellings, which if you're on the beachfront, you do, you actually have to, and you have a garage floor under the base flood, you actually have to file a notice with your deed saying that, hey, that's gonna get wet during the next storm. So it might be something related to that. So you can get points, CRS program, everybody's familiar with CRS, so community rating system, so you get a certain amount of points, your flood insurance rate goes down by how many points the municipality gets. One of the ways you can get points is actually by putting witness markers up in town, saying, hey, Sandy was this high. We've never done that because people didn't wanna do that, so, but you can get points for that, so maybe
That could be what
maybe
this is.
there's some relation here to that. In that it's a way to inform the public, a renter, a future owner.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking
something.
of the case we had at the zoning board the one time where a second owner had purchased a fairly new house or whatever and then had some work done. And, I don't remember if it was the tankless water heater or something.
It was low.
He had something, hired a contractor to do it, they put it in, and then when it was all done and they went to go, I guess, get the CO or whatnot, they realized, well, it's too low. And,
is that Bambi's house?
No,
I don't
it
remember
was
where it
George
was.
Kipple, Dr. Kipple on,
I mean, it's what you say makes sense. I
But,
just don't,
and you could see where the
Yeah.
owner would have no idea, but when I read this, I was thinking to myself, okay, that would be kind of foolproof for an owner, to say,
Sure.
well, you had some sort of
But
marker there.
there needs to to be some more verbiage explaining
It says upon the structure.
what it needs to
Maybe that leaves
look
it up to
like
the
and
owner.
where it needs to be displayed. Is it inside, outside, both?
So this is under the floodplain section of the development regulations, 19-10. And so then the heading is site plans and construction documents. And it looks like it's replacing location, extent, amount, and proposed final grades of any filling, grading, or excavation. So it's really not the same thing. I'm sorry, I can't answer.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, I just, maybe our comments back to the council, we can, incorporate, some
Well, I've
further
got to send it
clarification.
out tonight.
Is this a state
I
requirement?
want to follow through.
Not as far as I know, but.
It gets us more points on the.
It
on the radius.
it could very well be
It
a,
actually is a good thing.
CRS thing, yeah, I think it would be, but I don't want it on the
Well,
side of my
I
house.
asked for it.
No, well, that's what I'm saying, there should be some clarification of what the marker needs to look like.
Right,
Does it
yeah.
need to be this big or this big? And where is it supposed to be, inside, outside, or both?
Right.
Yeah, you don't want it in the front of your house, right? A lot of people like painted the side door to the height of the water.
well, if you walk in the back door of Leggett's, in Manasquan, there's a line on the wall in the hallway,
Our old house had that.
and that's the height of.
Most of us
water height
tend to go in the
sand.
front door.
What's that?
Most of us tend to go in the front door.
Oh, no.
I like your reference to the bar.
I park the bike out back.
Volleyball, right?
So I heard clarify the size and location.
Yes. And if it's during construction or permanent.
During construction or permanent.
So my memo
It
back
would
to
be
mayor
a good thing
council, I
permanent,
have to
as
send
long as
that
it's
tonight.
inconspicuous
Should I
or,
say refer to regular
or
comments
you
or
always know where to look for it.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
The contract
Sure.
is the same place all the
Yeah.
time.
I just put it
Overall
So if you want me to.
place, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah.
And they're gonna wanna do the second reading, I think on December 5th.
December 5th, yeah.
So I'll write to Eileen that, to defer the clarification for E in, 1910 to Ray Saville.
Yeah, okay.
If you put it like
And Mike
in the
will
front
remember
door,
I said that.
You know
inside
what,
the
I'm making
jam.
notes on my
I'm
phone.
looking
That's
at you and I'm thinking of Tim
minus
Allen
2 foot,
becoming
6 inches
Santa.
tall.
Christmas is
Something like that.
look at my
Uniform.
When
You
Tim
live in
Allen
the same
starts
place,
growing a
right?
beard and the hair gets longer.
And then the only other change was requiring swimming pools to be 5 feet from any other structure.
It used to be 10 feet,
So it's 10 feet from any property line.
That's the property line.
but I remember when Elaine was here, God rest her soul, she used to say, I remember she would say you had to be 10 feet because they didn't want people jumping off
Off the roofs, yeah, or
off
decks.
the deck, the stairs, or anything like that.
I only know that because people used to jump off my wife's parents' garage into the pool.
That was a Joe Waltersberger thing, remember?
Well,
But
actually,
I always thought it was 10
jumping
feet
off
for
the
that.
roof is one thing. Diving off the roof,
Oof.
that was really dumb.
Yeah, you bet.
Not me.
But
And
it
so-
never,
so
it never
it-
used to be 10 feet?
What?
It never used to be 10 feet from a structure?
No, it was kind of a unwritten kind of rule that, and that when we finally looked at from a zoning perspective, and actually from a building perspective as well, there was no requirement unless locally required, so.
So should it be 10 feet or 5 feet
I
is
think-
adequate?
I think 5 feet is adequate. I think you'll have a lot more difficulty with 10 feet. Someone tries to put a pool in with a detached garage off the deck, that kind of thing. You start to eliminate quite a bit more. I mean, it's hard to regulate stupid, right? So,
For the kids that are gonna jump,
Ain't
they'll
nobody
have better success with 5.
Well, yeah.
They're gonna do it either way.
Or they would look at 10 and say, no way I can make that.
yeah,
But I'm gonna try.
but I'm gonna try, right. So anyway, the aegis of the board is obviously to review the ordinance and see if it is in conformance with the goals of the master plan. With regard to the most recent master plan prepared back in 2024, the objectives that I think this ordinance does fit in with the master plan, protect and stabilize established residential areas, separate those land uses which are inherently incompatible, so limiting the size of a personal garage to a personal garage space, and restricting impervious surfaces, so to some degree, we limit it with that as well. So in that regard, I would find that the ordinance is compatible and incompatible with the goals and objectives of your current master plan.
I would agree with that, and I would, make a motion that,
Just have one quick question.
oh, go ahead.
Okay.
So is there a limitation, can you have a shed and a garage
Yes.
of these sizes? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, so, shed, different criterias, for a shed, but, yes, you can.
And that's existing already.
Those are, yes, all the shed requirements that are in there are existing, yes.
So I would say that, we would, make a recommendation, whatever we have to do with the.
Recommend to approve, but I'm gonna have them defer to Ray for the clarification of E in 19-10.
Yep.
They'll probably just have to change the verbiage a little there. Upon the structure, maybe inside the structure, or, okay, so
The
with
size
that,
of the marking and the location of the marking.
Yep.
And
And if
what
it's
we were
permanent
saying
or
is,
temporary.
we're saying is it should be, uniform. Maybe even if you put it inside the door jamb, might say -2.5 feet or plus, something like that. So it's always, inside, on the strike side, inside the door jamb, something like that with a plus or minus.
and we have the motion by Mr. Bixby to approve with that correction. May I have a second? Second. Mr. Bixby?
Yes.
Mr. Goldberg? Mr. Ramos?
Yes.
Ms. Mills, yes, and Chair Lozano.
Yes.
Yes. I think that concludes our business for the evening.
Does the town still have the sign machine?
Yeah.
Why couldn't the town make tags for a charge that go on the, 3-inch by 3-inch
Yeah, I don't know what
door tag?
size, blanks they have. I mean, blanks are usually in standard, like, parking sign dimensions, so.
And these
But,
houses are so multi-million-dollar houses, they might want something fancy.
but if
Brass
you want them all to
brass
look, if you want them all to
Yeah.
look alike, I
We gotta have a
see.
brass and gray
Oh, you
black.
mean uniform, you mean uniform. Brass.
I think that's actually a pretty cool thing to have, to always to know where your flood
Flood.
height is. you
Good
know.
for the insurance too, when it comes to the inspections and that, they can see right away where the mark
No,
is.
you're supposed to.
So anything else? Motion to adjourn? Second?
Second?